All right, in the last video, I showed you how to set up call tracking if you were just getting started and you had not too many clients that you were doing these things with. And the reason I did that is I wanted you to get started and get results fast without having to invest too much more in this business. This is something that you're going to be able to do long term though. And with the CallFire platform that I showed you in the last video, it's not something that's particularly scalable. And this is why. The reason it's not scalable is because you actually have to have almost a full-time employee to do all the billing and to send out invoices to clients if you're using something like CallFire. And that's a problem, especially when you can have your employees doing other things that are more powerful. Or let's say you don't want to have any employees and you want to scale a huge business by yourself. Well, you're going to need something a little bit more, how do I put this, more capable than CallFire. And CallFire is great. It does a lot of good things. I've been using it for a while, and I love it. But when I wanted to scale up this lead generation business for offline, I needed something that would take care of the billing automatically. So I got to talk with a good friend. His name's Joe Schroyer, and he's got something called analytical call tracking. Now, when I say Joe's a friend, I don't mean he's an internet friend. You hear that all the time. This is someone that I actually hang out with. I've been to Joe's events. He's been to my events. We get to hang out occasionally and talk software, talk about what we're doing in our offline businesses. And so I started using Joe's software for call tracking, and this is kind of the next evolution that we went through in our business. Is I needed to bill clients automatically, send out invoices automatically, bill them automatically for what they were receiving from us. And I want to show you real quick how this works. So in this analytical call tracking software, and I'll have a link somewhere on here so you can learn more, but in this particular software, this is what you do. And this is my favorite thing. This was the game changer for us. In the administration section, you go to manage billing. Now, I'm not going to show you all the other features because the real pure, plain, and simple of it is this can do just about anything that you would need to do that you were doing in CallFire before, and it does a whole lot more that's based into the model that we're building. So what we're going to do is you can integrate your PayPal. You can set up an invoice template. Let me just show you how this works. You can set all these cool colors, pretty much anything in there with your logo that you can pop in there as well. And you get all these things set up, and that would be your logo, not our logo that's set up there. But you can pop up all these things, and it's going to auto set up an invoice, and then they can pay with PayPal. But it actually sends this out to your clients. But this is how you do it. You would go in and you would add a new client. And I can go in and select from the companies that I already have set up. So mine is Test Company 101. You can pick the numbers that they go with. I don't have a number for that one, but you can pick from the numbers. So any of these that we have set up are going to have numbers attached to them, and you can pick the number that you're actually attaching this with. So for our lead gen, I could say lead gen, and any call that comes through that's over 60 seconds, I want them to be billed. And you can give them free leads. So I can say, you know what, I'm going to give them 3 leads free this month, or every week, or however you're building person, however you're setting this up. But I want to give them 1 or 2 free leads, and then everything after that's a charge. Now, qualified leads, I'm going to say, you know what, it's $30 per qualified lead. So $30 per qualified lead, and that's any call that's over 60 seconds that we track through. And then you're going to have an email address that's attached to this client through the company that you set up inside of here. And then you can basically bill them weekly, monthly, or bi-monthly. And then you can set up, how long it's past due, and then you can set up all this extra stuff here, and it's going to auto send them an invoice where they can pay these things directly from their email. And so even if they don't have a PayPal account, with PayPal they can go through and pay with a credit card, and that way you can constantly have this stuff set up, and all of that is managed inside of the software. So imagine this. Not only now are you, generating free leads, but you've now automated the one portion that was really the stick, which was actually getting paid with the call tracking. So Joe's software, the analytical call tracking, has been a huge step up for us because it basically eliminated the need for me to have an employee to just do the billing for this. I was able to take my staff and get them to do other stuff. With this particular software, this is how we scale it. If you don't have something that's automating the billing, it's really hard to scale the business up and have a lot of clients at once. And that's kind of the point, is you build these videos fast, you rank them, and then you get the clients at once. And like I said, with this software, it does pretty much anything that the other software, which is CallFire, was doing. I've been extremely impressed with this, but the real clincher for me was the auto billing. The auto billing completely made the lead gen business scalable. And like I said, that's kind of the whole point. You want to be able to sit around, put videos up, and once you get a client signed up, make money with this thing. So, and that's why I love it. So I wanted to tell you guys about this. There is this is a software that's out there for sale. So like I said, it's something that you're going to have to pay some more money for. But when you get to the point when you're starting to scale this up and you want to automate the billing portion, plus get a couple other cool features that you can read about if you go through the link below, I wanted to give you something that is more of what we're going to be using down the line with this. Because like I said, with CallFire, it's great, but with CallFire, you have to have someone go in and pick out the leads and do a lot of manual work to bill the clients, and this software does it on its own. So Dr. Ben here, and I wanted to give you kind of my advanced call tracking solution that we use. It's a software that you set up on your own server, and like I said, Joe and company have put together a real winner, and they pretty much built this just for what we're doing with the evil video magician stuff. So hopefully you love it, and when you get started with this, this is something that's going to save you a lot of headaches. All right, talk to you soon.